Welcome to 2025, to an invitation to be reborn once again, to be renewed into new life, into new vistas, into new opportunities, into new dimensions of yourself. We are living in the season of renewal. We are invited through the wisdom of the seasons to let go, to loosen our grip of what once worked, of what worked last year in 2024, what made us tick in 2024. And we are invited into new possibilities with new ideas, of new methods, to explore new parts within us and to explore new pathways outside of us. It is important that we let go, not of everything, but to loosen our grip on what once worked last year and what ultimately felt comfortable towards the end of the year. And as we are in the fetal stages of the new year, we are vulnerable in the unknown, in the death and rebirth cycle, in the early stages of this cycle. And we are invited to remain in that unknown, remain in that darkness, not in a negative way, but in a productive way, in the same way that the soil gives support to the seed. And to be aware of your feelings within in the darkness, to be aware of new curiosities that divert your attention outside of yourself in the darkness. And when I say the darkness, I mean in the landscape of letting go of what once worked last year. Every year we are asked to renew. Most don't answer that call, but to those who are sensitive to transformation, who are sensitive to the subtleties of seasonality, of seasonal wisdom, will be aware of the cyclical nature of the seasons, of the wisdom in that, and how we are part of that. We are woven in that cycle, and every year we are invited to be reborn, to grow, to expand, to renew what we once believed we could do, what we could achieve, of who we are, of beliefs, of expectations, of interests, of relationships, of everything. It's an opportunity in the darkness, or in the emptying of previously held beliefs, of the loosening of the grip of what once worked last year. In that space, we are invited to, we are emptying ourselves and opening ourselves to new. And this requires a balance, a sensitive balance between opening up while also being prepared to act on curiosities and interests that are new, that maybe previously you weren't ready to act upon, or maybe previously you weren't aligned with, or maybe it's a new relationship, or maybe it's a new part of you within that maybe you never felt before or experienced, and maybe you're starting to take it a bit more seriously because you're more aware of it. These are the themes that we are drawn into, that the seasons draw us into in this moment, in this early stages of the year. And it is ultimately an opportunity. It is an opportunity to live a different year, to live an expansive year, to not relive the last year or the years prior to that. Each year we are invited, though not all answered, to renew our vows to life, to ourselves. Each year we state vows, unconsciously or consciously. And those vows will either stay the same or they will be renewed. And right now is the renewal stage, where you are setting yourself up intentionally through your capacity to be open or closed to the new year. if you're entering into new year with your egoic expectations and your limitations and your firm grip, and you have everything laid out, well, then you will continue to do that, and you will act within the mindset and the beliefs and the expectations that come from the ego, that come from not the seasonal wisdom, but from your personal desires. Now, it's fine, but those that want growth, those that want to work with the seasons, with the cyclical nature of cosmic wisdom that we experience on earth, those sensitive souls that know, that feel the movement of the seasons, that feel the cyclical nature in their bodies, in their spirit, and wish to adhere to that, are called to an adventure, are called to let go and to be reborn and to expand, to decompress, to compress and then expand. So in this moment, it is about awareness, about a sensitivity, and also a bravery to act anew, because that process brings with it discomforts, it brings with it feelings of doubt. If you're engaging in things that are new, then naturally it's uncomfortable, naturally it is new territory, and so you have to figure it out, you have to assess how you manage that path and what parts of that aspiration, of this new aspiration, of this new challenge apply to you and what parts don't. And that's part of the process. That's the non-egoic, spirit-led path of transformation, of journeying ultimately. If you have your entire year planned, there is no space for a journey. There's no space for spirit, ultimately. There's no space for the seasonal wisdom to enter into your spirit or to flow through you. As the seasons aspire to work with you, to work with humanity as we are, share the earth, we share this space, this spiritual space. And now is a potent time to sow the seeds of that spiritual wisdom, that seasonal wisdom that is inherent, that we are inherently interwoven with. And this is important if we are to make real fundamental change within our own lives and in the broader landscape, that we begin to live and act not just in our expectations and our egos and our desires, but that we have a balance with that part of us, but with also the cosmic landscape, the seasonal landscape, the spiritual landscape on earth, and to intermingle these intelligent dimensions together to create magic ultimately. To create things beyond our limited beliefs, which is magic, because it is unknown, and it is what the theme of we are in now. We are in the unknown. We are creating magic because we are letting go and we are trusting in the sensitivities to the seasonal wisdom around us and within us, and within our spirits, to offer new, as we sacrifice to this, to offer new curiosities and new insights and new pathways for us to pursue. And it is very much a partnership. It is not something that is given, it is something that is shared between humanity and the seasonal cycles or the cyclical nature of the cosmic intelligence. And so it is a partnership. It is not something that is guaranteed. It is something that is worked towards consistently. It is not something merely intentional. It is intention, belief, intention, action. You must have the courage to act upon new curiosities or new stirrings within, or new insights. And obviously take them at your pace, take them in a way that is productive in the aim of learning, of growing, not rushing or forcing, because new insights and new curiosities that come will often need fleshing out, will often need time to, the answers, the full package won't be realized immediately and will require slow integration, investigation, application, and it will take a few months throughout each year when we are offered through our sacrifices new insights and curiosities to really assess what works for us personally. So the key is not to rush and try to fix everything and to remain in that unknown, i.e. magic, i.e. space, opportunity, the breadth of our creative capacity. That's where it lies, in that space or darkness or sacrifice, however you want to perceive it or imagine it. This is the magical landscape we are in this rebirthing, in this new year, in the early stages of this new year. This is where we find ourselves. It is a fertile moment, very fertile, very rich with opportunity. And if you are giving all your attention and energy to things that you have been doing in the past, because ultimately you don't want space, you want everything fixed and narrow and limited, but then you miss out on the magic, and the magic will take time. But if consistently sacrificed to with the intention of being renewed, then there is guaranteed results in that, though never to your expectations. Guaranteed change, positive change, but never to your expectations. So that is another aspect, is with each time you get new insights and new curiosities, to be loose with your expectations, because they are never fully realized, but for the better, because our expectations are not rooted in magic, they are rooted in consistency, they are rooted in administrational duties and have their uses, but not in the magic that we are inherently interwoven with and invited into right now through the seasonal wisdom of the new year. And with that, good luck and goodbye.